bastante. Também posso pegar esse emblemazinho aqui, ó, que é free. Se quiserem, podem também ver.
Eu entrei. Eu cliquei na porta e foi direto.
Detective, about time. Take a seat. We've got a situation.
Detective, you'll want to see this.
That video's already been seen by 1 million people. What they don't know is that less than an hour after this was uploaded, Ava was found dead in her penthouse, brutally murdered.
And here I thought influencers only died when their Wi-Fi went out.
The media hasn't caught wind of this murder yet, but it's only a matter of time. We need to contain this. Ava Sinclair's connections run deep. Politician.
11h34 da manhã,
the kind of people who
chefe
don't like loose
Halloween.
ends. The chief thought it prudent to loop me in early.
Vou ter que ler.
Unless you think I'm wasting my time.
Easy, counselor. The detective just isn't used to seeing suits in the trenches.
Grayson's here because I said so. You've got a problem with that? Take it up with me.
Assassinato.
Otherwise, let's focus on Ava. You and Cole are on this. Get to the scene and start piecing this together. We need answers fast.
Tipo de pessoas não gosta de pontas soltas. O chefe achou prudente
Suspects?
me dar uma
No.
ajudinha lá.
Leads? Also no. Sounds like another standard day on the force.
Alright, enough talk. Get moving, and keep this under wraps. The last thing we need is the press turning this into another circus.
Another day, another disaster. Just like old times, huh? Now, let's go figure out who put Ava Sinclair on the naughty list.
Oh, ganhei alguma coisinha ali. Acho que finalizou a conversa. Ah, então sou de... Eu falo aqui, ó. Algum suspeito ou pista para começar? Não, pista também não. Parece um dia padrão da polícia. Certo. Chega de conversa, mexa-se e mantenha-se isso em segredo. A última coisa que precisamos é da imprensa transformando isso em outro circo. Mais um dia, mais um desastre, como nos velhos tempos em Hack. Agora vamos descobrir quem colocou a Sinclair na lista dos malandros. Vamos lá. Deixa eu só editar essa. Vamos pra cá.
Hey everyone. So, this isn't my usual vibe, but I felt like I needed to talk about something that's been happening. I've been getting these
Daí, no caso, é
messages.
socialite, que
Strange,
foi
cryptic, and honestly, pretty creepy. I mean, seriously?
assassinada.
Expose yourself or you die? What is this, some kind of prank? I don't even know what this naughty list is about, but apparently I'm on it. And let me just say this for the record, I have nothing to hide. Whoever you are, you've got the wrong person. Mistakes?
Que chique, no YouTube
Please.
ainda.
I don't make mistakes. So if you're trying to scare me into some kind of confession, you're wasting your time. Do I look scared? Maybe a little, but let me tell you something. I'm not going
Ele
to
tá
back down.
travando. Olha, esse
You think you
tablet
can
do
intimidate me?
governo
Go ahead,
não tá
try.
legal não, hein?
Bring it on.
Bora investir.
I've worked too hard and come too far to let some psycho with a pen and a grudge ruin my life. Look, to my followers, just be careful out there, okay? Some people will do anything to tear others down. But me? I'm not going anywhere.
É nessas horas que eu queria aprender inglês.
Okay,
Nem pra botar uma
that was
legenda, hein,
probably
Google.
just... Did you hear that?
Eita, alguma coisa aconteceu na filmagem. Menino. Foi bem na hora que ela tava gravando, será? interessante é que os NPCs, eles são bonecos mesmo da série, olha. Vou tirar uma foto pra tirar onda, né? Claro. Bom, eu acho que aqui apareceu. Só que não carrega, né? É uma pena que não carrega pra mim. Ok, onde estamos? Acho que é a prova do crime, hein? Oh. Vista. Olha isso. Acho que eu vou até aumentar o gráfico. Isso tá grande, tá? Vai ser maior assim. Deixa eu visualizar melhor, né? Olha aqui, isso aqui que sai? É. Era aqui que ela tava filmando, não? Uma casa tão espelhada, olha. Ó, tem mais gente aqui. Eu acho que estão também resolvendo o mesmo mistério. Oh, meu Deus.
Detective, you're looking at a real mess here. Ava Sinclair, 25 years old. The glass shard in her neck? Likely the fatal blow. But take a look around. This wasn't quick, and it sure wasn't clean.
Well, they say influencers live messy lives. Guess this one died the same way.
Charming as always, Cole. Anyway, the initial struggle started in the main room, but the killer dragged her into the dressing room to finish the job. Glass shards everywhere. The girl put up a fight. Whoever did this wasn't in a hurry. They made their point loud and clear.
I've reconstructed the murder timeline based on the blood patterns, glass placement, and drag marks. It's not pretty. You'll want to see this.
Feita.
The evidence indicates that Ava was alive when the confrontation began in the living room. She was holding a crumpled naughty list note, which may have been intended as leverage or to expose something. The broken vase suggests that a violent struggle occurred, with one of her high-heeled shoes found across the room, likely dislodged during the altercation. She was then forcibly dragged towards the dressing room. The scratches along the wall and the blood smears are consistent with someone resisting while being overpowered. Upon reaching the dressing room, the assailant slammed her into this mirror, shattering it. Fragments from the mirror are scattered across the floor. Ava appears to have attempted to use one of the shards as a weapon, but she was subdued. The killer then deliberately selected a jagged piece of glass and inflicted the fatal wound to her neck. The level of force and precision suggests intent and a methodical execution. The killer didn't just want her dead. They wanted her terrified first. They knew her routines, her vulnerabilities. This wasn't random.
Yeah, no kidding. But how do you kill someone in a penthouse without anyone noticing? The place is basically a glass box.
Good question. Maybe we'll find an answer in her guest blogs or the building's security system. For now, start with what we've got here.
I don't know about you, but something about this feels personal. What do you think, partner? Jealous ex? Rival influencer? Maybe the guy who got banned from our comment section?
É um psicopata, olha. Eles conheciam a sua rotina, suas vulnerabilidades. Isso não foi aleatório. É sério? Mas como você mata alguém em uma abertura sem ninguém perceber? Como você mata alguém em uma cobertura sem que ninguém perceba? É, como eu falei, aqui tá cheio de vidro. O lugar é basicamente uma caixa de vidro. Ai, peraí. Boa pergunta, talvez encontre respostas no registro de hóspedes ou no sistema de segurança do prédio. Por enquanto, comece com o que temos aqui. Não sei sobre você, mas algo sobre isso parece pessoal. O que você acha, parceiro? Ex-ciumento? Influenciador rival? Talvez o cara que foi banido da sessão de comentários dela? Ela era uma influenciadora. Não vamos tirar conclusões precipitadas. Estamos à procura de evidências, não um motivo ainda. Então vamos começar a procurar pistas. Ok.
Well, well, look who dragged themselves into the 21st century. What is that? Some ancient artifact? Oh wait, it's just Ava Sinclair's tablet. Hand it over, Detective. Both, obviously. But seriously, this thing's like child's play. Just give me a second to work my magic. And we're gonna do now. Let's see our influencer type. Oh wow. Jackpot. Okay, so first off, Ava has this on She's like a super shady list to me. Like, here's the heresy. Sheen, I'll let it roll, right? Wait, it is her. Or worse, maybe not. Here's a whole list of influencers. There's like one of these, down sandals. She's straight up fighting for everything. Not career, poof, gone. What? You didn't teach me how to these tutorials, did you? This is an underlying influencer thing, my friend. Ava's a shark. Of course you do. Go see the detective. And hey, conversations are real around here.
Bludgeoned to death by a sculpture? Talk about a statement piece. I was already hanging in the neighborhood. Remember that half-torn invitation card at Ava's? Turns out it was to this gallery.
Good, you're here. We've got a mess. Sebastian Blackwood, renowned art dealer, and now, victim number 2. The weapon of choice is this piece right here, Betrayal of Trust. Ironically fitting, don't you think? Blunt force trauma to the head. The killer was thorough. One strike to incapacitate, then several more to make sure he wasn't getting up.
Someone really had it out for him.
I reconstructed the sequence based on the blood splatter and the impact marks. Sebastian was positioned near the sculpture. The evidence suggests that the first strike came from behind, catching him completely off guard. The angle of the impact indicates that the assailant is likely left-handed. The force of the blow implies significant strength or an overwhelming burst of rage. Following the initial strike, he fell forward onto the floor. The killer then repurposed the sculpture as a weapon, delivering multiple strikes to the head while he was incapacitated. The blood patterns on the floor indicate that he was moved slightly during the attack. This suggests the killer adjusted their grip or their stance, maintaining control throughout the assault. The brutality and the precision point to a calculated, deliberate act of violence.
None. Which means our killer was silent.
Partiu.
Huh, rush job for a coat? Must have been important. Let me grab it. Here you go, nice piece. Whoever owns this must have deep pockets. Cashmere like this doesn't come cheap. You know, the woman who dropped this off looked like she'd been through hell. Stains were, well, let's just say this wasn't your average pasta sauce spill. Hey, not really. She was bundled up. Sunglasses, scarf, the works. Didn't stick around to chat either. Just tossed it on the counter and said, clean it fast. Cameras? Oh, honey, you must be new around here. Those things are just for show. None of them actually work, just like half the city's infrastructure.
Entendi. Provavelmente ela faz a versão da maioria, basicamente isso. Olha, tem carro. Tem como dirigir esses carros? Ah, tem não. Ai, foi remar. Meu Deus, foi jogado pra longe. Hoje eu vou fazer igual a Mina, já vou entrando, já vou clicando, já vou procurando. Ai, que bonitinho, gente. Ah, a cena do crime. Todo mundo bem social, como fosse coisa mesmo.
Red, woven with irony.
I've reconstructed the murder timeline based on blood splatter, the positioning of the scarves, and the general scene. It's pretty brutal. Let me walk you through it. Lucinda was likely caught off guard. The blood smear on the floor suggests that she attempted to fight or flee, but didn't make it far before the killer overpowered her. From the evidence, she was dragged toward the staircase and hoisted against the steps. Several scarves were looped over the chandelier and secured tightly around her neck. The positioning and knotwork indicate significant strength and precision. This wasn't improvised. The blood smear on the stairs points to a brief struggle as the killer positioned her. The lack of defensive wounds implies that she couldn't fight back for long. In the final moments, with Lucinda suspended in the air, the killer likely stepped back to ensure that the scene sent a message. The scarves were tied with enough tension to guarantee death by asphyxiation.
Right? Uh-huh. Alright. Hand it over. Oh, you poor thing. This is classic pigpen cipher. Really? You didn't even Google this one first? Fine. I'll save you. Here we go. Mad City Trust Bank. Blocker 46. Uh-huh. You're lucky I'm around, or you'd still be wondering if this was a ransom note. Guess we both know who's really the brains around here. No need to thank me. Just don't bring me any more of these before my coffee, okay? My IQ drops below average when you interrupt my morning.
Theory, and you're gonna want to hear this.
See? Right on cue. Hit us with your nerd magic, Kai.
The scene begins with Gideon receiving a package, a VR headset professionally designed to intrigue. Evidence suggests he was curious enough to put it on immediately, activating what we now know was a customized simulation. As the simulation escalated, it triggered a severe stress response. Gideon's vitals likely spiked dangerously, pushing his body to the edge. In his panic, he attempted to remove the headset. That's when the hidden modification was triggered. A custom chip embedded inside the device delivered a fatal electric shock. The voltage was precise and powerful, stopping his heart instantly. The burn marks on the headset and the faint smoke residue confirm the mechanism's lethality.
Wait, what? What was in that simulation to make him react so severely?
The modified VR headset is an advanced prototype, far from standard consumer tech. A small, custom chip was embedded inside. It might be salvageable to see what was on it.
ask you the same question. But I suppose we're both here for Serafina. Part of this? Oh, you really are sharp, Detective. But let me ask you something. When was the last time someone like Serafina faced real justice? When was the last time your system actually worked? Call it what you want, but it's more than anyone else has done. Serafina's scams ruined lives, but she's just the symptom, not the disease. I'm curing the disease. Decency? You really think I'm doing this for fun? Serafina's sins are drowning her, Detective. I'm just giving her a nudge, but if I were you, I'd prepare for a surprise. We'll see soon enough. You think you're in control, but you're not even close. Too late, Detective.
Funny, I was about to ask you the same thing. Well, Detective.
Detective of the Year right here. I mean, not many people survive being double-crossed by their partner and the DA.
And they lived to tell the tale. That's some serious final boss energy right there.
I knew Elena and Damien were sleeping together, but vigilante killers? That's a plot twist I didn't.
Detective, you've done this one, pal. This is stuff. This is storm. This is It's a Helen. It's a Helen. It's a Helen. This is on you, baby. Detective of the year. You've already done some. A better word in this mess. You set more high. I'll be again.